All right. We are here. We are talking about. Hello. This is the English session. Okay. English session. Why am I recording English sessions every day? English session is help me to become a better talk in English. Yeah. Because I really know. I know very well that I need to interact with lots of people. Okay. And sometimes I also need to public speaking. I need to speak for public, like for like you are speaking and thousands of people are listening. So basically, the what language you are prefer, I'm thinking is like having a English language would be better because everyone understand this language. Okay, most of the people community will understand this language. So I'm trying to talk English more and more to make this language my as a default language, because it's kind of like a being really complicated, because you are born with a kind of like a really Marathi language, which is my native language or mother tongue language, and you are changing your mother tongue, you are changing your language from switching your language from Marathi to English completely. It's kind of like a really difficult, yeah, because for day-to-day communication you can talk English very well. I figured that it's kind of like really good, yes, but it's not good for like public speaking. Yeah, you just need to understand, you just need to talk really by emotionally, and it needs to be really well. No mistakes has to be happened. Okay. Like how I speak English, how I speak Marathi, as also like that I need to speak English as just like that Marathi. So that's why I am trying. So yes. So what are we are gonna talking about? Yeah. Also, today's date is the 15th March 2021. Okay, do you like my beard? Yes, I just trim it. Okay, and it is kind of like a look good on me, but you just like this part is kind of like a much bigger, and this part is kind of like a. If you saw me like this, it's kind of like a really weird. If you saw me like this, it's kind of like a really good that I have a really nice. So I like my beard also, yeah, because I cut it and. Okay. First of all, yeah, I didn't really study about the lesson number 4. And this lesson number 4 is about the setting department, and what is the setting department, what are the things which are involved on the setting department, and what are the locations are. There are so many things, but actually it's like that those are the module, those are the lessons are belongs to the actually for the movie maker or filmmaker actually. Yeah, it's just like yeah, I wanted to go film. Yes, I wanted to make a movie. It's really important me as also. But as a start, I need to perform in YouTube, because YouTube is kind of like a really smaller budget of movies, and which is also really great. Okay, because most of the people start from here, start from the YouTube. Most of the people make creativity on the YouTube, because YouTube is the only platform that you have that you can perform your creativity to the audience, and audience will judge it, and sometimes it will sometimes people will like it, and people will give you job or some sort of things. Okay, like this is the only way you can product yourself. I'm trying to making myself as a brand. Okay, if you are saying that you are a brand, that means more and more people will trying to buy you means more and more will try to buy your time, and you can decide how much they will give you money. So it's all depend upon you. Okay, and obviously those are people are kind of like really much bigger and better. Okay, I decided my life. Firstly, I decided my life as a kind of like a employee that I can get a monthly salary, and I'm fine with that. But in the end, I realized that the today's world is today's and tomorrow world is kind of like really difficult to survive of money that we'll get from the 9 to 5 job, which is really difficult. Yeah. So I just like most of the people will fine with that, but I am not fine with that. Yeah, because I need to make lots of money, and not for the money also. I also have a passions. I also have passion for filmmaking. I also have to make a movie. Yes, because that is more essential things for me, and that is what I want, and that is what I makes me that I am something much bigger on this thing. Okay, so if you have a creativity and you can earn lots of money with that, but it just like it takes some time. You just cannot earn money just like quickly as it possible. No, you just need to put lot of the hard work to let the study about it, find out what is your creativity and how will you perform your creativity. It's kind of like a really difficult, but once you will know about how you do that, you will get so much money as you want, and it's kind of like a really much bigger things. Okay, and most of the people will do that, because most of the people, no, it's not the most of the people was kind of like a doing their job, but as a YouTuber or as a content creator or as a after content creator being a filmmaker is wanted to me to build that dream. Okay, and I am watching this dream since I was 16 years old. So it's kind of like a really way bigger journey that I have. Okay, and is this passion is just not just born not just born yet. Yeah, it just born from the it just like almost like 15 years ago, or 15, yeah, 15 years ago. So it's kind of like a really that time I didn't really know. I just being trying to know. I just have a really good, I just have good knowledge of. I just when I watch the movie, I feel like that this movie has to be, if that person says this dialogue that way, or is this person say this thing, or if the director present this movie at this way, this movie will kill it. Okay, so I criticize, or I'm not really criticize, I'm just kind of like a constructive criticize of for this film, and but I didn't really know is that filmmaker is the kind of job I wanted to be in the future. But since the time goes off, and then I realize this is also a career option, and you have a passion for that, so let's just build this. So that's why I am here. But I didn't really take a action about it. I just like, okay, I will find out. Okay, I will find out. I didn't really take a action. Yeah, but this pandemic will give me that opportunity that I can make this thing possible. So that's why I am doing it. And it's this pandemic is kind of like a giving me such an opportunity that I can be even better for my career. So that's why. So it feels really good. It feels really nice that I am studying every day, doing these English sessions every day, and improving every day. So I feel really good. I feel really nice, and it's so yeah. So why are you not attending lecture number 4, module number 2 about these settings? And actually this is belongs to the film and movie. Actually, yes, I am not going to the film and movie. I'm just trying to go to the YouTube. Yeah, basically I do need to understand about the YouTube and YouTube priorities, and what are the things that I need to consider as a content creator. You do need to understand your creativity. Yeah, I also, but YouTube has its also has some sort of algorithm and some sort of techniques was there. You do need to understand that how do you interact on your social media. YouTube is also a kind of like a social media, that social media is Instagram, and there are so many ways how do you create your traffic on your YouTube channel. So it's really essential for you and for lots of the people. So you just like try to understand this first. Okay, that is not the mean that I didn't really record. Yeah, I definitely will understand about the setting department and what are those things. but right now I'm just being focused on the YouTube. And yes, okay. So first thing first, yeah, I understand about first is uh, light photography. Yes, what is exactly low light photography? Yes, what is exactly low light photography? Means you are trying to get photos at night. That is called low light photography. So how difficult it is? It is kind of like sometimes it's being really difficult. Yeah, because in the daylight you have a sun and you have a light and you can capture the photo as you want it is, okay. But in the night it's kind of like a being really difficult, because in the night it's all depend on your camera, how well your camera will perform on the night. It's all depend on the camera. But it's not, I'm not saying is that having a good camera is kind of like a no, it's like how you shoot your footage, how you shoot your photos at night. There's also a technique, okay, and what are all those things and what are the challenges we are facing at the night. So let's just talk about it. Okay, first of all, what are the problems at the night? First of all, it just like doesn't have a light, okay. So basically whatever we have a light in the night, so it's in the no, it's in the street light or some sort of a lamp or some sort of it's kind of like a just light, yeah, not instead of natural light there are the lights was there, okay, and that is not good enough, okay. Also when you are capturing a photos, so at that time if you are using auto mode, so at that time camera will um, try to expose the photos, okay, and it takes some time. It takes some at least like a 1 by 38 second or a 1 by 40 or 1 by 50th second. So that is called shutter speed, okay. And if you are kind of like using low shutter speed at handheld, so you can create some sort of shakiness on your photos and it will be not good. So basically, there is the one solution we have: use a light. Okay, and having a light is kind of like a really lifesaver. But sometimes you cannot use the light, because if you are trying to use some sort of street photography or night photography, so at that time, if you are using a flashlight, which is not really a good way to use those things, um, because I don't know. It's kind of like a depend on the situation. Yes, is this subject is kind of like a being really comfortable with the flash, then okay. But having a flashlight, that means like you are just constantly focused on the subject and everything is kind of like a blackout. Okay, in the night, yes. So I'm not recommending using a flash, yes, because flash is kind of like a being really flat to the surface. Okay, it's can flash is exposing everything on the flat curve on the surface, so it's not really good. Use a light, but proper composition of the light, like use use a light at right now I am the subject, so definitely okay, listen, right now I am looking at the camera, okay. So right now I am the subject for the camera, okay. So if you are using a light exactly from my surface, so how it looks like? It looks like that. It's kind of like a really flat, nothing else. Yeah. But if you are kind of like a doing something like using a light on that way, okay, so basically it will create some light on that particular face, and that face is kind of like a really darker than that face, okay. So it's really important to use this lighting technique, okay. So what are the tips which are essential for the night photography? First of all, if you have a full frame camera, it will be really good, okay. Most of the people doesn't have full frame camera. What is a full frame camera? Full frame camera, it's kind of like a really expensive camera, yeah. It's the only way we can know about those things, because if you are going to much bigger, like after 1.5 lakh or 2 lakh, 2 lakhs, then the camera you will get, those are the full frame sensor. Okay. But most of the entry level camera doesn't have a full frame, but that doesn't mean that you cannot capture night photo. It's kind of like having a full frame is giving you advantage. Okay. Shoot with the prime lens. Yeah, I must have a 2.5. Lens is a really important factor in this thing. Okay. So, and do not use any lens. Yeah, if you have a prime lens, it will be really good. But if you don't have a prime lens, and whatever the lens you have, most of the people have a kit lens which is have 18 to 55, which have f-stop will be 3.5. Okay, so it will be good, yes, but if you have a prime lens, it will be much bigger. Okay, it's all depend upon you. If you have a prime lens, then use the prime lens with a less than 2.5 f-stop. Okay, so if you are if you don't have a prime lens and you just have a kit lens, okay, you just manage with that. Okay, so that's the only thing. Just important thing is that you just go and shoot some photos at night, because that is most essential. Okay, it doesn't mean you have a full frame camera or prime lens or not. It's just like whatever camera, whatever lens you have, you just go and shoot, then find out the limitations, find out the solution, and then you will get prime lens and full frame camera will be good, but they will costly even better, so even bigger. So okay, do not shoot more than 800 ISO. Yes, ISO is kind of like a really good, that will expose your image. Okay, so if you are using 32,000 or 64,000,